Jeff, welcome to Floor Talk. It's great to have you on the show.
Great to be here, Judy.
Jeff, let's start off by talking about the company. Tell me about Chamberlain Group's history and its technology.
You know, we have a really rich history at the Chamberlain Group. The company started back in the early 1900s. And at the time, we were manufacturers of industrial products. It wasn't until 1968 that we really moved into the space that we are in today in access products. We acquired a company that was focused on garage door openers, which is a key product for us today. And at that time, the company began to shift and really focus on access, both on the residential side as well as on the commercial side. So we're well known as being leaders in access products, really reliable products, loyal customer base that have had our products and have just really benefited from them for many years. It's only been recently that we started to bridge into a digital solution that overlays our hardware products. So many users have adopted our MyQ app, which has almost 13 million users now. And so that app enables our customers to use our openers, whether on the residential or the commercial side, just to be able to have simple management, simple control, and simple ability to just digitally open and close.
And what are some of these significant milestones that have helped position you as an industry leader today?
You know, we had a lot of milestones over our history. There's a couple that I think really stand out. In the 70s and into the 80s, there was a lot of challenges with garage door openers and that they weren't secure. And at the time, we created something we called Security Plus, which was a rolling code that enabled us to add a real significant layer of security. So that was probably the first big innovation. The next one was was something that we shared broadly with our industry, and that was the use of photo eyes on a garage door opener. If you think about, the way that you open and close a garage today, there's a small infrared beam that shoots across the garage, and if anything disrupts that, the door won't open and close. Well, we invented that in late 80s, and then it became a federal standard in the 1993. But rather than holding that, we offered that broadly to the industry as a means to just improve the safety. So those are some early innovations. As we move into recent times, in 2011, we really were before our time, and we created our MyQ app that provides the ability to digitally control access devices. Since 2011, it really, it moved at a relatively slow pace until about 2018. And since then, we've been adding millions of users each year. And they really benefit from this ability to control on their phone our devices.
Jeff, many companies today offer smart home and access control solutions. What sets Chamberlain Group's approach apart from the competition?
You know, it's really interesting. Our angle on the market is quite different than many of the companies that have recently entered. We started as a hardware company. We're present in 51 million homes in the US. It's an unbelievable number of homes. So Whirlpool, a leading appliance manufacturer, is in around 40 million homes. And we're in about half of the warehouses in the US. So our advantage is that we have a strong presence with devices that are already seen as reliable mechanisms to open and close. So what we've done is first connect those devices into an access ecosystem or a network, and then overlay digital solutions to help people have visibility of what's going on at the access points, remote control over the access point. So I think our angle is quite different than most others that are in the market, in that we have grown up out of the industry as a leader in providing the hardware products. And then we've really transformed our company to not only be exceptional at making hardware, but exceptional at providing the digital solutions in a broader ecosystem that supplement our hardware offering.
How are you using AI technology to enhance access control systems?
You know, AI for us has really been something that we've tried to find practical uses of. I think so many companies today are just deploying AI in semi-random ways, and we're trying to make sure that we use it in practical ways so that we benefit our customers and provide better experiences. So I'll give you a couple of examples. For many of our products, we've started to infuse cameras and video technology. So our garage door openers, our access products that are at entry points in apartment buildings and so forth use camera technology. So with that vision, it gives us another dimension that we can actually manage and provide knowledge to our customers. It's an added layer of intelligence. So let's take two examples of what we've done with AI. So if you're at home in the evening and you get a message that says there's motion in your yard, it gives you some feeling, but not necessarily anything that you're worried about. Maybe. But if you get a notification that says we've detected an animal in your yard, which we have animal detection through AI with our cameras, it tells you I better check to see whether, in my case, my dog Rex is actually in the house and safe in the house. So it's a way for us to actually have an intelligence layer on to be able to detect between just a general motion notification and something that might be more important to us. A second one, we've recently launched a technology that we call Smart Secure, and it's on our cameras. And one of the benefits of Smart Secure is that you can add people that are authorized to be able to enter and exit your home, right? So your family, maybe your mom and dad, if they come over frequently. So as you approach a door, if your hands are full of groceries, it can sense that you're coming, and it can trigger an open event of the door. So if you're coming in the garage, it can open the garage. If you're coming in the front door, it can unlock the door. On the flip side of that, if somebody is approaching that isn't on your authorized list and the door is unlocked, it can actually secure that access point. So I think these are they seem simple, but without the ability to sort of deploy AI in conjunction with the visual intelligence that we have, we wouldn't be able to do that. So we're trying to find just really practical ways for our customers to benefit.
And finally, Jeff, tell me about your recent business growth and transformation.
So we've been on this transformation journey for several years now. And if I think about, I joined the company in 2018, and we were sort of in our infancy to drive transformation. And I look back at those early days, and we had aspirations to build an industry-leading app. We had aspirations to provide top-level software solutions. But it's taken a lot of time and energy for us to be able to get there. If I look at the dynamics in the organization and the composition, we had 20% software engineers, 80% hardware engineers at the time in 2018. We've now inverted that, and we have almost 80% software engineers and 20% hardware engineers. So we have a really strong data analytics team in the organization, which we didn't have at all. So the transformation has been one that's kind of traversed its way throughout the whole of the company and has prompted us to really build some amazing customer experiences. We've partnered with companies like Amazon, like Walmart, on great experiences on package delivery, in-car solutions. I'm really pleased with the progress that we've made, and I'm excited about the future and what we'll continue to do to really transform an outstanding industrial company into a company that merges industrial hardware with amazing software solutions for our customers.
All right. Well, Jeff, it has been wonderful to talk with you.
Great to be here today. It's awesome to be on the floor with you.
Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you.